And welcome to the August edition of Staying Healthy's cooking show with Kay and Faye. And today we are going to make Asian barbecue chicken and vegetable wraps. And I am so psyched about this recipe because I have people in my family who love chicken and I have people in my family who are vegetarian. And I think that this is a recipe that's going to make everyone in my family happy. Is that right?
That's true.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
All right.
Now this recipe is a USDA school recipe. So kids love this recipe. It's really good. And we got it off of a website called Cooks for Kids.
Oh.
And
Cooks for Kids.
So it's a good way to encourage everyone to eat their vegetables.
All right.
Now we have lots of vegetables here, and I'll be talking about the recipe a little bit more, but we want Faye to get going on it. So she's putting a little bit of canola oil into the frying pan. And then we have all these awesome vegetables. And we've, chopped them ahead so that we would have time to do this right before your eyes. Now this is cabbage.
Oh, okay. Just regular
It's
everyday.
actually Napa cabbage, isn't it, Faye?
Okay. Yep. Napa cabbage is a little taller. All right.
And then we've got red peppers.
Can you probably use orange, yellow, green? It doesn't matter?
It really doesn't matter. Any kind.
Ooh,
and then
carrots.
here's our shredded carrots.
Nice. I love the fact that you can buy shredded carrots now because sometimes it's hard unless you have a food processor to shred up carrots.
True. Now look at the color there. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I think it is too. So we're just getting it going here. And so now we're going to put in some snow peas.
Oh, okay. And those are chopped up too.
Yep.
Perfect.
And that really is pretty, isn't it?
That is so nice.
So now this is going to have to cook for 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
So we also have some cooked ahead in case we run out of time.
All right.
And so now after 3 or 4 minutes, we'll add the other ingredients. Now, like I said, this recipe can be either vegetarian or non-vegetarian.
All right.
And so once these vegetables are cooked, we're going to add pre-cooked chicken strips to it. So if the person is not vegetarian, that's what you would use as pre-cooked chicken strips.
All right, so
now,
you cook them ahead, like saute them or bake them, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Now, so you can also buy pre-cooked chicken.
Right. Right.
And now, some people are vegetarian, but they might like to try a non-veg, some people eat chicken but would like to try a vegetarian recipe.
Right.
So today in the cafeteria we served this and we had samples. And we were kind of bad. We didn't even tell people that it wasn't real chicken. And no one even knew.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That is
Now we're going
incredible.
to tell everybody. We're not going to make it. And the product that we used is very non-allergenic, so we weren't concerned about hurting anyone.
Wonderful.
And so it's just an awesome.
I have to confess that I do that sometimes with things that I make in our family, that I'll just use the tofu crumbles, for instead of ground beef, and just make it, and most of the time no one can tell the difference, especially if you're making, spaghetti sauce or tacos or something like that.
And the product that we're going to use is actually called corn.
Okay.
But it's not corn like a grain. It's spelled Q-U-O-R-N.
Okay.
And it's a mycoprotein.
All right.
And it's very low fat.
Okay.
And very low calorie. And it's really very good. But now and you can buy it at the Belfast Co-op. I did check around because I wanted to make sure that anything that we recommended is locally available.
Right.
So you can buy it there. Now another option, okay, Faye's about ready to add this. We've had a time for this to get steamed a little bit. And there's another option, is you can also use tofu.
Okay.
And if you were going to use tofu, I would recommend a very firm tofu.
All right.
And another thing that you can do with tofu is you can freeze it.
Yes.
And when you take it out of the freezer and press the water out of it, it's more spongy-like, and it takes an entirely different texture.
And I've done that when I read that somewhere, that's how you get the more chicken texture, is freeze it and then squeeze it, and it works really, really well.
And it absorbs flavors, and we're going to be putting some awesome flavor into this recipe.
I'm so excited.
You'll see. So the next ingredient that goes into this recipe is an Asian barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Now, we actually couldn't find it here in town. So you probably could find it at an Asian food store, probably in Bangor someplace. So we went online and we found a recipe for Asian barbecue
even
sauce.
better.
And so we're going to share that recipe with you. And we just, the Asian barbecue sauce is a mixture of a mild barbecue sauce, a smoky barbecue sauce, some pineapple juice, some orange marmalade, some teriyaki sauce, and a little bit of this seasoning called a 5-spice powder.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so wonderful.
And it is so good. Now, when it's all done, you can actually add other things if you want to, like cilantro is really good. Now, people either like cilantro or they don't.
All right.
So, and when this is all done, you can either put it in a wrap or you can serve it over brown rice.
Wonderful.
And we have some wraps here. So, is this really done, Faye, or do we want to get out the one that's...
We'll get the other one.
Okay. So, isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Okay, so Faye's going to get the other vegetables that we've already cooked so that she can show you how we then make the wrap.
And I would imagine, I mean, my family likes our vegetables pretty crispy and crunchy and not super cooked. And there's no reason why you couldn't do that or cook it to a little softer.
Depending on what you like, that's perfect. So as you can see, this one would be crunchier and this one is more done.
Oh my gosh. And I would imagine over time, the flavors develop even more.
That's it, they do. It's like it marinates together. So there's the one that's already cooked. And so Faye, you want to put that together in a wrap.
Sure.
So you're going to put it over here where everyone can see it, I suppose, huh? As you put it on. Now, as soon as we get that made, we're going to have Andrea take a good bite of it.
And this, I mean, this would be great for a quick evening meal or lunch or anything.
Anything, yes.
Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Well, Andrea's just going to eat it right up,
I'm
I
just going
think.
to taste it. Oh, it's really nice.
Is it really good? It's just awesome with that barbecue sauce.
Wonderful. And this recipe will be available on our website, both the Asian barbecue chicken and vegetable wrap and the barbecue sauce recipe.
Yes.
So that you can try this. And thank you guys so much. I'm going to have one more bite before we go. Have a great day.
And the guy at the Belfast Food Co-op says he'll get you whatever kind of corn products you want.
Wonderful.
See how fast they can get rolled up, and then pretty soon you'll have a whole pan of them and the family is ready to eat.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.